Hello and welcome to Grammar Bites. Today our topic is the third conditional. Use the third conditional to talk about imaginary results of imaginary actions in the past. I took the driving test last week, but unfortunately I failed. If I had passed the driving test, I would have bought a car. That means I didn't pass the test and I didn't buy a car. I talk about an imagined past condition and an imagined result. Notice that all this is in the past and imaginary. We use if plus the past perfect or the past perfect continuous and would or wouldn't have plus verb 3. If I had passed the driving test, I would have bought a car. In this example, in the if clause, the past perfect, and in the main clause, would have plus verb 3. If I had been practicing more, I wouldn't have failed the driving test. In the if clause, the past perfect continuous, in the main clause, wouldn't have plus verb 3. Let's look at more examples. If the driver had been wearing the seat belt, he wouldn't have been seriously injured. If he had got financial advice from an expert, he wouldn't have lost his savings. We often express regret and complaint with the third conditional. If I hadn't eaten a lot, I wouldn't have felt so sick. But I ate a lot and then I felt sick. Here, the speaker is expressing regret. If you had told me about the meeting, I would have written the report. That means you didn't tell me and I didn't write the report. Here, the speaker is expressing complaint. We use would or wouldn't have plus verb 3 to express definite results. I met my wife in a supermarket. If I hadn't gone shopping that day, we would never have met. Here, this man is certain about the result. We use may or might have plus verb 3 to talk about less definite results. If I hadn't met my wife that day, I might have been single for a long time. Here, he is not very certain about the result. We use could or couldn't have plus verb 3 to express possibility or ability. They couldn't have bought a new house if their parents hadn't supported them financially. If I had started playing the piano when I was a child, I could have learned it much faster. Once the situation has been established, you often don't repeat the condition clause. You just talk about the imagined results. This couple is at the cinema. Let's see some examples in their conversation. This movie is awful. If I'd known it was so boring, I would have stayed at home. You're right, we could have watched something else on TV. Or we might have played video games. As in the examples, we don't repeat the if clause and we just talk about the results. Now it's your turn. Please check the link below for extra practice. Have a good day.